Good morning, sisters and brothers. God bless you. I'm checking to see if this is even going to work out. I can see perfectly what I'm reading, but I don't want it to be so bright. The sun is just right in that transition of moving and getting out of the way just a tad here. But maybe I will just go ahead and start, okay? This is the book of Enoch, chapter 7, and I'm going to pray in. Father Abba, please use me as a vessel to just speak the words that your very good friend Enoch, that he spoke and that he recorded, and he got and gave it to Noah, and Noah carried it through the ark all the way to us. And 4 of these copies of the book of Enoch were found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, you guys. And the Ethiopian version matches up with it all perfectly. Let me see if I can turn this. That's better, that's better. Okay, guys, cool. Okay, so I'm going to start out with chapter 7. And all of them together went, and how are you guys, by the way? If anybody has any prayers, please leave it down in the comment section, and I will pin it and be praying for you. And all of them together went and took wives for themselves. Remember, we were talking yesterday, or the day before yesterday, about how Simjaza, the leader of this group of fallen angels, 200 of them landed on Mount Hermon. And from there, they just took wives as they chose. And all of them together went and took wives for themselves, each choosing one for himself. And they began to go into them and to defile themselves with sex with them. I am going to refer back to Genesis 5:32, 6-6. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, and Ham, and Japheth. And it came to pass, when more men began to multiply on the face of the earth, the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, which means beautiful. My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown, people like the guy at D-Wave. He had the nerve to actually name his company to Sanctuary. Rudy is his name. He talks about these old men of renown, and he compares them to H.P. Lovecraft. If you haven't heard of H.P. Lovecraft, look it up. It's disgusting. But anyways, this is the guy that's in charge of all of our quantum computers. These people need to be exposed, every last one of them. All right. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the angels taught them charms and spells, and the cuttings of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And the women became pregnant, and they bore large giants, whose height was 300 cubits. The giants consumed all the work and toil of men, and when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drank the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones, I'm going to read a back here on Jasher, the book of Jasher, you guys. They took it out of the Bible, just as they did Ezra, 2nd Ezra, just as they did Enoch, and I believe Jubilees was in there as well. So 4 books that they took out of the Bible back in like 1500. So here we are at Jasher 2:19 through 22. For in those days the sons of men began to trespass against God, and to go contrary to the commandments which he had given Adam, to be prolific and reproduce in the earth. Exactly, you guys. You were supposed to get married, and then between the two of you, male and female, make a covenant to God and with God. Not just sleep around all over the place with anybody and everybody you decide you want to sleep with. And some of the sons of men, or women, should I say, and some of the sons of men caused their wives to drink a mixture. This is the part that makes me sick. If you go back, I already read through the book of Enoch once on my channel. And there is something that happens on that video. It's crazy. Maybe I'll like stitch it into this one so you guys can see it. And some of the sons of men caused their wives to drink a mixture that would render them unable to conceive, in order that they might retain their figures, and their beautiful appearance might not fade. Oh, too bad. And when the sons of men caused them, some of their wives, to drink Zillah, they drank with them. And the childbearing women appeared abominable in the sight of their husbands. Can you believe this? Just makes me sick. As they treated them as widows while their husbands lived with those unable to conceive, and to those women they were attached. So they were like cheating the whole entire time. I'm going to go to Genesis 4:8 through 12, guys. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth, Cain. You realize that it's a cannibal system we're living in. Cannibal. Chapter 8. And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and taught them about metals of the earth, and the art of working them, the bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of eyelids. So basically, guys, these fallen angels taught your women, all the women out there, how to wear makeup, and all kinds of precious stones, and all colorings of dyes. And there was great impiety. They turned away from God and committed fornication, and they were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. And that's what this system is. Each and every single one of you is an idol. And if you put your husband or boyfriend before you, if you put them ahead of you, ahead of God, you're worshiping them. That's idolatry. Did you know that? That's idolatry. And it's true. I promise you. Put God first, and everything will work out so much better for you. We are at the end of the end of the end, you guys. I can say that I know that you know how that when you get that feeling, you know that you know that you know. Just understand that He is real. And this is like being plugged into a game. What in the world? There was just smoke back there, you guys. Did you see that? Anyways, I'm not even going to talk about it, okay? So Simjaza did the casting of spells. Then we were in Jasher. They're doing this right now. And their judges and their rulers went to the daughters of men, who took their wives by force from their husbands according to their choice. And the sons of men in those days took from the cattle of the earth, the beasts of the field, and the fowls of the air, and taught the mixture of animals, one species with the other. Holy smalls. Did you all know that? This is exactly what they're doing in the labs right now all over the world. They've been doing it for quite some time. I don't have proof of that or anything, but gee, it's all coming out now, isn't it? I just want to say thank you guys for listening to me. This helps me work out how I feel. I'm completely alone. I have a daughter, she's 11, and she doesn't always understand this type stuff. So thank you, and God be with you for listening. And we are reading the book of Enoch. I'm going to quit interrupting and referring back to Old Testament pages, okay? God saw that the whole earth was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted its ways on earth, all men and all animals. And the Lord said, I will blot out man that I created him from the face of the earth. And then Michael, Uriel, and Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed on the earth. Let me see something real quick. I think I skipped a page, guys. Let me go back. Yeah. And the angels taught them charge and spells. Oh, yeah, I did go through all this. Okay. Chapter 9. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed on the earth, and all lawlessness being done on the earth. And they said to each other, let the cries from the destruction of the earth descend up to the gates of heaven. I even had one cup of coffee yet today, guys. I swear the second cup will help. I know I seem a little bit cuckoo right now, but that's okay. Aren't we all? Shite. We all are in the morning, right? It's just good to see you guys. Okay, so Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down, and they saw all the blood being shed on the earth. And they said to each other, let the cries from the destruction of earth ascend up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men, make their petition, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of ages, Lord of hosts, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of your glory endures through all the generations of the ages, and your name holy and glorious and blessed to all the ages. I can't help but reflect on 1 Timothy 6:15 and 16, which is in his times he shall shew who is the blessed and only potentate, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, who only hath immortality, dwelling in the light, which no man can approach unto, whom no man hath seen, nor can see, to whom be honor and power everlasting. Amen. You have made all things, and you have power over all things, and all things are revealed and open in your sight, and you see all things, and nothing can hide itself from you. Look at what Azazel has done, who had taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were made kept in heaven, which men were striving to learn. And Simjaza, who taught spells, to whom you gave authority to rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men on the earth, and have had sex with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have borne giants, and the whole earth have thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. And now behold, the souls of those who have died, and crying out and making their petition to the gates of heaven, and their lament has ascended and cannot cease before the lot because of the lawless deeds which are done on the earth. And you know all things before they come to pass, and you see these things, and you have permitted them, and you say nothing to us about these things. What are we to do with them about these things? Revelation 6:10. They called out in a loud voice, "How long, sovereign Lord, holy and true, until you judge the inhabitants of the earth and avenge our blood?" That's what that makes me think of. Chapter 101. When the Most High, the great and holy one Uriel, go to the son of Lamech, say to him, "Go to Noah, and tell him in my name, hide yourself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a flood is about to come on the whole earth, and will destroy everything on it." And now, hi buddy, what are you doing? This is Tristan, guys. You like his mustache? He's got a mustache, quite the mustache. Get out of here for a minute. Go to Noah and tell him in my name, hide yourself, and reveal to him the end is approaching, and the whole earth will be destroyed, and a flood is about to come on the whole earth, and will destroy everything on it. And now instruct him as to what he must do to escape his offspring, so that they may be preserved for all generations of the world. And again the Lord said to Raphael, "Bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and split open the desert which is in Dudui, and cast him in." Brooklyn, come here. He just jumped on the... Never mind. I kicked it and it worked. I pushed 3 buttons and it didn't work, but I kicked it and it worked. Isn't that funny, guys? That kills me. That's so funny. Okay. So, in Dudui, and cast him in, and fill the hole by covering him with rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him live there forever, and cover his face that he may not see the light. Revelation 21 through 3, you guys, though. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed for a little season. Going back to verse 6 on Enoch. And on that day of the great judgment, he shall be hurled into the fire. Hallelujah. Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them, that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And heal the earth which angels have ruined, and proclaim the healing of the earth. For I will restore the earth and heal the plague, that not all of the children of men may perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed and have taught their sons. The whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. That's the scapegoat, you guys, that they set free on one of God's festivals over in Israel every year. To Gabriel said the Lord, proceed against the bastards and reprobates and children of the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication and the children of the watchers. Cause them to go against one another, that they may destroy one another in battle. Shorten their days. No request that the watchers, their fathers, make of you shall be granted them on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, and that each one of them will live 500 years. That cracks me up so hard. 500 years, yeah, right. Yeah, thousands of years searching for water, searching for everything you cannot find. You're just floating through the air, stuck in caves. Water frightens you. In fact, water is a weapon towards you. And the Lord said to Michael, go, bind Simjaza and his team, right? Who have associated with women and have defiled themselves in all their uncleanness, whether their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones. Bind them fast for 70 generations under the hills of the earth, until that day of the consummation of their judgment, and until the eternal judgment is accomplished. Well, 70 generations times 500 is 3,500 years. And you guys, we hit that mark already. I think it was the early 1700s. Everything, if you haven't noticed, everything medically, everything technologically has advanced, right? So it's incredible to me. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth. We're at 16, verse 16, guys. I believe it's chapter 10. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end, and let the earth be planted with the righteousness, and the plant of righteousness and truth appear, and it shall prove a blessing. The works of righteousness and truth shall be planted, and truth and joy forevermore. And then shall all the righteous survive, and shall live until they begot thousands of children, and all the days of their youth and their old age shall be complete in peace. And then shall the whole earth be untilled in righteousness, and shall be planted with trees, and be full of blessing. And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it. And the vine which they plant shall yield fruit in abundance, And for all the seed which is sown, each movement shall bear 1,000, and each measurement of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. You shall cleanse the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness, and for all the uncleanness that is brought on the earth, you shall destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration, and shall praise me. And all shall worship me, and all the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment, you guys, I can't see. And I will never again send another flood from this generation to all generations and forever. Okay, bud, get down. And in those days I will open the storehouse of blessings in heaven, and rain down blessings on the earth, and over the work and labor of the children of men. I want to read Malachi 3:10 because I love this. This is about the rapture. It refers to it. Bring ye all tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts. And if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Truth and peace shall be united throughout the days of the world, and throughout all generations of men. Chapter 12. Then Enoch disappeared, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden, and where he abode, and what had become of him. And his activities were with the holy ones and the watchers. And I, Enoch, was blessing the Lord of majesty, and the King of the ages. And lo, the watchers called me, Enoch the scribe, and said to me, Enoch, you scribe of righteousness, go tell the watchers of heaven, who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken themselves wives. You have done great destruction on the earth, and you shall have no peace, nor forgiveness of sin. Since they delight themselves in their children, they shall see the murder of their beloved ones, and the destruction of their children. And they shall lament and make supplication forever, and you will receive neither mercy or peace. It looks like that's it, you guys. I just wanted to tell you that I love you guys, and let me see if I can. I love you guys so much, and I thank you for just joining me this morning. It's going on 30 minutes, I know, but I really wanted to read the next 7 chapters of Enoch. And that's that. I hope you guys like the music. If you don't, I'm sorry. Let me know if you like it or not, or if there's a problem. I enjoy reading that, so I want to give a shout out to one of my really good friends. It's Alicia in Phoenix, and I'm praying for her right now. She's going through a terrible demonic attack. If any of you out there are going through demonic attacks, please talk to me. Okay? And we'll go from there. Have an awesome, awesome day, guys. Love you.